Kuttanad is a region covering Alappuzha, Pathanamthitta and Kottayam districts in the state of Kerala, well known for its vast paddy fields and geographical peculiarities. This region has the lowest altitude in India and is one of the few places in the world where farming is done on around 1.2 to 3 meters below sea level. Kuttanad is historically important to ancient history of South India and is the major producer of rice in the state. Here I am discussing about three important problems faced by Kuttanad, that is scarcity of drinking water, pollution of water bodies and flood. Surrounded by vast expanses of water, the Kuttanad region in Alappuzha district face severe drinking water scarcity due to infrastructure failure and civic body inaction. Water to cater to the needs of a population of 2.4 lakh is sourced from the Neerettupuram plant in Tiruvalla that has a production of 14 million litres per day against a demand of 24 million litres. Nearly half of the water gets lost through the supply system, creating a huge shortfall in drinking water. Groundwater is the only viable source for drinking water as open dug wells are not viable due to peculiar terrain and soil types. Water supply is inadequate to intermittent because of the limited water availability. Most of the pipelines are set through paddy fields and get damaged quite often. Shallow pipelines, accumulation of silt, improper placing, rusting and damages lead to water leakages. Even viable alternatives like tube wells are not feasible in this location due to peculiar geography and poor groundwater quality. Filtration plants have to be installed in all the panchayat wards and let it avail to all the houses through pipeline. The waterlogged Kuttanad is thirsting for safe water, with the people now depending on polluted rivers and streams for their daily needs. The excessive use of pesticides by the paddy farmers and the absence of summer rains have made the lives of the people miserable. A common sight now in Kuttanad villages is the long queues of women waiting with pots to carry water from all the sources available. Kuttanad is blessed with the downstreams of four rivers, Meenachillar, Pamba, Manimala and Achangovil. But 80% of people do not have safe drinking water. The water level in the rivers has also gone down. Moreover, most of the households keep an outlet of their toilets into the river. Over 80% of the people in Kuttanad rely on contaminated canal water for their requirements. About 40% of them use the water without boiling it. Many of those who had used piped water previously have switched over to the canal water due to the scarcity. The intrusion of brackish water into the river this year has become a serious problem. Environmentalists say that Kuttanad is suffering from the fallout of developmental interventions on the sides of the rivers and houseboat tourism. Due to this pollution, Kuttanad is facing diseases like dengue, diarrhea, leptospirosis, etc. All the local bodies of the government should take initiative to keep all the canals and rivers clean and tidy. Select volunteers from each ward to monitor maintenance of the canals and rivers. Kuttanad's monsoon bring with them the perennial problem of floods engendered by the region's four major rivers, the Pamba, the Achangovil, the Manimala and the Meenachillar. The overflowing of these rivers due to heavy rains causes flood in Kuttanad. The floods in Kuttanad have been exacerbated due to the unscientific obstruction of natural flow. Narrowing of canals for the purpose of construction of roads and bridges cause unwanted blockage of water flow to main rivers and lakes. Conversion of paddy fields into highlands also obstructs the natural flow of water. Kuttanad is prone to floods due to its low-lying sea level. Floods, which have been a regular occurrence for decades, are getting stronger over time. Most of the canals are the lifeblood of Kuttanad have been covered with mud as there is no place for rainwater to flow down. Hectares of crops are destroyed due to occurrence of flood every year. This causes a huge loss for farmers. During the flood, drinking water supplies are disturbed. Thus, it causes severe diseases. As a whole, we can say that due to flood, Year by year, standard of living is not coming up to the expectations. Make embankments stronger and higher than the existing level. All the embankments of the fields should be covered with stones. Depth of the canals and rivers should be increased by evacuating the mud from the bottom of the rivers and canals. Spillway canals which are opening to the lakes and sea should be opened before the monsoon starts. Paddy cultivation in Kuttanad should be according to government prescribed calendar so that spillways can be opened in time. There are many problems which Kuttanad is facing in this present scenario. According to studies, by 2050, Kuttanad will be submerged underwater as the sea level is rising every year. I hope our governments and other authorities take immediate actions to save Kuttanad. Thank you.